back here again with another Qnap TS-453a review. This one's going to be on the interface, the software side of it, the user side of it, not just my thoughts and opinions on it, and the outside shell. This is actually going to be getting into the nuts and bolts of how it runs and how it works and everything. I think it runs and works perfectly fine. My Mac pulls it up perfectly fine over the network. So really the system I'm showing you, I really don't have to use much. The only time I really truly used it is when I first set it up. I used it in there until I got it set up that my Mac would recognize it. I used it at my sister's house when I was back in Pennsylvania to transfer some stuff onto it. But other than that, I really truly haven't had to use the online website system. Now don't get me wrong, I enjoy that I can have this system this way so that I'm capable of pulling this stuff up wherever I am, especially since I do tend to travel a lot. If I start to travel more in that, I can pull up old data off the web if I need it in a pinch or something. Obviously I won't be able to run around with all my data. So I really enjoy this system and the way it works. I can run my time machine directly to it with very little setup, which is really nice. I don't have to have anything plugged into my computer anymore. My time machine just runs when I plug it in for the night for it to charge, and it's backed up and ready to go. There's really nothing I have really to truly complain about it. I think the system is a tad slow, but then again, I did opt for the cheaper version. I could have went with the new 2016 or 2015 version or whatever it was, and got the upgraded i3 processor with 8 gigs of RAM and all that. But really, for what I use it for, I need it to be able to put information on it, I need to be able to pull the information off of it, and I need to be able to do it over the web every now and then, and I need to have some redundancy built into it so that if a drive fails, I can replace that drive and keep going without any issues. So with that said, let's just get into how the system works. I will go into it and show you guys what it has to offer. There's quite a bit of stuff here. There's an app center. Obviously it's not the iPhone or the Apple App Store, but there is some apps here to help you with everything. So let's get into this and show you what it all has to offer. Alright guys, so here is the main screen that you're going to see when you open up your Qnap and get all logged in and that. So if you hit this button right here, you're going to pull up your name, the Qnap system you're using, system, control panel, storage manager, users, and your app center, then all your applications. So I think the first thing I'm going to start with is the app center. So let's pull up the app center here real quick. So the app center, you have photo stations and download stations and cloud link stations, and you have all these different stations. You can do music station and BitTorrent. Obviously you see here that you can upload, update, or open. They have backup and sync options here for all your stuff. Scroll down, you got Gmail backup, so you can back up your email, stuff like that, which is really nice and handy. They also have business related apps. They have content manager apps, everything that you could need out of this. You got your surveillance apps that you can hook up your surveillance system to and all that stuff. So this is just quite nice to have if you're going to use it. Like I said, I really don't get on here much and use any of this, so this stuff really doesn't pertain to me. So if we go over here to this little dashboard icon, this gives you all the information about your system. You have your news down here. If there's any tasks running, which is uploading or downloading stuff, that's all here. It tells you what users are currently logged in here, what their IP address is, your NAS, how many disks out of disk you're running, are they good, are they bad. It gives you your uptime and days. It also gives you your system temperature degrees in Celsius and Fahrenheit, your system fan to tell you whether or not you're running hot or not. And then, you know, your CPU usage and your RAM usage, this is all your upload usage. You can, you know, you can put all your LAN ports together like I have, or you can use one LAN port or 2 LAN ports only. This down here tells you out of how much data you're using right here. And then if you go here and click on data volume 2, you know, because I have mine separated. Like I said in my first video, one of the reasons why I have it separated is because I have 2 different size hard drives. Well, 2 different sets of size hard drives. And then, you know, I really thought about it, and it's nice that I can have one set of hard drives to be my main, like, everything's finished and organized, and that's where I want to back it up to. And then when my family wants to upload something, or her family wants to upload something, they can put it into the first hard drive, and then I can figure out where I want it to go on the actual hard drive that's meant for everything to be backed up, so that there's no confusions back and forth. That's just the system dashboard. It's really nice. You can move this stuff around. As you see, you can have this out. Very nice, very easy to use. Nothing to complain about. So the next thing I'll show you is the control panel. You know, in the control panel, you got system settings, which is, you know, storage manager, network, hard drive, power, firmware, backup, restore, external devices you can plug in, other devices. You got plenty of USB spots to do that, system status and system logs. So if we just go to storage manager, you know, it's going to bring up my disk, data volume 1, data volume 2, tell me how much I have free, tell me how much is used, utilization. You know, you can set limits where it's going to yell at you and say, hey, you're going over what you have set. This is how much I've used. This is how much, you know, where I set my limit as to yell at me that I might need to be buying more disk space or upgrading my disk space. This just gives you an idea that, you know, if I go from 25% to 75% in a month, I'm definitely going to have to upgrade my disks, you know, quite soon. But if I'm approaching this point slowly, I have some time to reach here. But it's not that, it's so that I don't get to 100% and be like, crap, what do? I can't back anything up. So there's just a bunch of different stuff in here, you know, a bunch of different data that you can look at. If you go to your network, you got service bonding, you got proxy, you have all that type of stuff, network and virtual switch. Security options, you know, you can set up certificate and private keys and network access protection and security levels and all that. Power, private settings, users. So you can go in here and you can set up users. So each user can have a login, and then, you know, anytime someone logs in with that login, you can block certain files. So, you know, you could have a system full of office people working on here, and each person could have their own private file, and when they log in, they could only access that file. So very flexible in what to use. You could have shared folders and non-shared folders. You can have user groups, stuff like that. You got network services, which has all your network stuff in it. This shows you your background task running. I currently don't have any. This shows you your external devices, which I currently don't have any attached. This is your events, notifications, errors, and warnings, and notices, and alls. Every time I log in, I have something here telling me, hey, something's going on. Nothing bad all the time. Here, you know, you got your options, and you can put the system to sleep, restart it, shut it down, log out. You have your surveillance station, which I don't have downloaded. I don't have a surveillance system hooked up to it. That's one of the main reasons why there's USB ports and HDMI ports on this. Like I said, you could hook this up to your TV if you really wanted to. I've hooked it up to my TVs before, It works okay. Some people said it works horribly, and some people said it works really, really well. I don't know if I maximized my stuff to work really well with it. I was just playing around with it, and that I will say that I do have a smart TV up in my bedroom. My smart TV will hook up to this, will read anything off of it. So I've watched videos off my Qnap system on my smart TV through Wi-Fi. I've watched 4K photos. I've watched 4K videos also off of it, and it ran fine that way. You also have an antivirus system that you can set up here if you would like. You have the photo station, which if we click on this, it brings up all your photos that are here. I've never actually seen this or used this, so I'm kind of interested to see what shows up. So this is your photo station here. Brings up all your photos, and this is also bringing up videos. So here, this is the help desk icon. I've actually never used this. This wasn't here when I set up my system, but it looks like they added a help desk application to the system here. Don't know how well it works, never used it before, but at least they thought about it and it's here. You have the backup station here. I don't know if this is where I've done my time machine through. Looks like I did, but this, I do not use it this way. I use the Mac to back it up instead of running it through the Qnap. I think what this does is it backs everything up from the Qnap system to your computer, if I'm not mistaken. The Linux system is something, is the last thing here that I will show you. So this is the Linux system. It is basically an extremely simple, modified way of running a computer, basically. I mean, really, when you sit down and think about it, the system you're buying has all the components to be a computer. Has a processor, has a motherboard, has RAM, and it has hard drives. I mean, has a lot more hard drives than a normal computer because the whole entire system is meant just to store data. But it is possible to run a computer system off of this. Very basic computer system. I mean, if I can open up Mozilla Firefox here. Obviously, well, you can see I was on here before and something happened. But if we just go to google.com, pull that up, let's type in YouTube. Let's just go to YouTube, see what happens. This is actually a really cool video. We'll watch this one quick. Just see how well this works. You know, this is all real time for you guys. The sound is not working for some reason. But you have a YouTube video right here. Guy solves a Rubik's Cube in less than 5 seconds. So, as you see, system works good. Don't know what you really would use this system for. So that's a quick snapshot of, you know, the operating system and the firmware and, you know, the Linux station and the in-depth review of this system. Like I said, I find that 90% of everything that they've put out works well. So I don't have any issues with it. Just to give you an idea here quickly, if we log on here, you know, you can go down through here. I click on this, hit connect as. Now I'm connected as whatever. I can go into my completed folder and all my stuff shows up. It is quite simply that easy for me to access my stuff. Alright, so there you have it, folks. As you can see, the system is quite simple and quite easy to use. Obviously there's some lag with some stuff, but with other stuff, you know, it works perfectly fine. like I said before, it works perfectly fine for me to easily be able to access my data wirelessly throughout my system. It works perfectly fine for me to easily access my stuff throughout the world on that website. You know, really this whole entire system for me is just to upload my data and to pull my data down into a device when I need it. I did not purchase this device to be able to view my pictures on my phone, to be able to view my pictures directly from the internet or from the device on a computer. Yes, obviously this device is capable of handling that. I have experienced some lag here and there when I've done that, but that's not what this device is for me. If you're looking to do something like that, I would, one, highly suggest you have a good internet connection. Two, go with an upgraded processor and an upgraded RAM so that everything can process quickly and fastly for you, and to upload to the internet quickly also. You know, because you're communicating back and forth, so no matter where you are, you're gonna have a good download speed where you're at, and you're gonna have to have a good upload speed where you're at. I think that's where I run into my issues. But when I'm running across the network, I really never have any issues of speed. I do not have the quickest internet here by no means. I have the cheapest internet that's available. So obviously my system's not going to run the greatest right now. But other than that, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please comment below of what you'd like to see. I'll try and make whatever you need to see. Give you all unbiased reviews of what I think, how things are running. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel for weekly uploads on what I'm doing, where I'm going, and things like that. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. And see you guys next time.